Boom.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm not in the right spot here. Oh, wait, I can't see. All right.
We can just do it like this.
Okay, so today we're going to be learning about the paragraph length response. And so this is practice for the AP for response question. There's going to be a handful of questions on the AP exam, and one of them is going to be for response.
Can you communicate your understanding in writing? That's the basic idea. And so here's the expectations.
Woo-hoo.
What should they do as they read this?
As you read this, as Boykin points out, it's rather boring. And it's normal to, as you read something that's not so riveting, to kind of drift off and lose your spot here. So I'm going to say to as you read, follow along with your finger. And if you find that you're no longer reading with your finger, pause, go back, and start where you remember last.
We're reading for understanding here.
Okay, so this is the expectation. And I'm going to say a few things about, read this first, pause it now, read it.
And then we'll come back.
Okay, all right, so if you've read this, then you realize that they want a combination of things.
Yep.
It's okay to have drawings and equations in there, but you have to include an explanation, words that are clear and concise. When is something clear and concise?
Instead of rambling on, you want to cut to the chase. You want to only say what you mean and mean what you say.
Yeah, and it's your words will be clear and concise if you understand what you're talking about.
So here's what we're going to tackle right now.
Yeah, so here is what we did yesterday. We calculated the resistivity of the mystery rod. And I've got a couple questions for you that I want you guys to think about. Find them in your notes. The first question is, what is resistivity?
Yep. What is that stuff?
Okay.
Look in your notes, yeah.
It's in your notes.
I like that.
What did you measure? This was in our lab, right?
You got numbers written down, right?
Yeah, find them. Okay. How did we get them? How did we get those numbers? And then what did you calculate? Huh.
Do you understand what we did? Did you participate? Do you have all this stuff?
Let's hope so. Okay, so start here with these questions. What is resistivity? What did you measure? What did you calculate? And then once you've got that information, you found it in your notes, you understand it, you've looked over it, maybe you've written down some more notes. Now let's go ahead and tackle the paragraph length response.
Boys and girls, it's time to write.
Okay, so these are the four questions or ideas that we're going to be thinking about as we write our paragraph length.
You know, when you got to write, your question is, how do I start?
Where do I start? Where do I begin?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question you're going to ask yourself is, what principle guided your experiment?
Yep.
This could be a big idea, a small idea. So what were we using to help us in our experiment?
This is a very important part. It says, because basically they're asking you to show that you understand what you just did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what did you measure?
Yep.
What did you calculate?
Yeah.
And then lastly, how did this support your assertion?
Assertion. What did you measure?
Sorry,
what did you calculate? Dissertation.
Dissertation, that's what I was reading.
Well, you're
your
making
assertion.
Yeah.
What's an assertion?
I assert that the principle that guided our experiment was this.
Boink.
And I support what I assert by, here's what we measured, here's what we calculated, and this blah, 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 blah supports what we said.
It's kind of like that last paragraph, or like when you write an essay, that last concluding thing, right? Okay. So principle, measure, calculate, support. So this is what you need to include. Think about those things, and you guys are going to write that paragraph right now.
I like that.
And
Think
upload it.
first and then write.
Let's do it.
Go.